My people, it is oftentimes said that a good workman knows his tool. And so, what that is saying, you can't really tell him how to use it or even where it is. He oftentimes, if not all the time, knows where it is, where his tools are, and he knows how to use it. I tell you something more. A tradesman, whether it be tailor or anything, even if he stops doing such work for years, the skill is still is in his head. And he might not get rusty at all. Or he may just need a little bit of brush up and then he's good again. I say all of that to say this, that I told you in a previous post that I will give you information as to how to use the blood of Jesus when you're dealing with matters of witchcraft. Now, the blood of Jesus Christ is not something that you use just anyhow, and it will not work for everybody. It will not work for everybody. Remember the premise on which I started. A good workman knows his tool. Now you've got to know what the blood of Jesus Christ can do and has done. Right? You got to know how it works. So, for example, when you plead the blood, eh, of Jesus in witchcraft situation, you're actually doing numerous things. You're covering yourself from curses, demonic influences. You're protecting yourself from witchcraft. Yes, you're declaring that you're protecting yourself from the enemy. You don't just say that without conviction. So you see, you hear all the time people say, you're too young, you know, no storm and all of that. And it is believed that the older one live is the wiser they should be. No, understand. You don't just get up and say, the blood of Jesus is against you. From which mouth is that coming? What kind of vessel are we? Yes, and everybody falter at times, and you've got to know the state at which you're at spiritually, and you got to understand that you yourself will know that you're not pleading the blood of Jesus with no form of conviction based on your spiritual state at the time. And so that in itself will make the pleading what you're doing or the pleading of the blood be ineffective. You've got to bear this in mind. And I might close this way. What is the blood of Jesus? Yes? And what happened? What can you think of when you say you're pleading? You ever think about the shed blood, you know? You ever think about how he hung on the cross, how Christ hung on the cross, how blood was shed? Or the redemptive power that the blood has. Yes, we talk about that it never loses its power. Yes, it wash away sins. Yes, and it do a whole heap of something. You have to understand. Just like we just say, this man is a man of power. That man is a man of authority. He has a lot of asset. The man they name big. You oftentimes ascribe those things to people around you. So you got to bear in mind whose blood you're pleading or pleading, right? And the purpose of it. That is the way you will find that the blood of Jesus be effective when you're talking about you're pleading it against witchcraft. Trust me, you've got to be in good standing basically. Yes, and mix that with faith. Yes, not fear, neither doubt, but with faith. Yes, and belief that when you plead his blood, The demons will back up. The witchcraft, the witches will back up. Yes? And like I say, can't touch you. I'm out.